Nevada is home to hundreds of mineral hot springs located throughout the state, one of which is Fish Lake Valley Hotwell. This free hot spring is located on the western edge of central Nevada with breathtaking views of white mountains and the night sky. To get to the springs, you will be driving on about 7 miles of dirt roads. While I wouldn't say that it requires high clearance, there is definitely a lot of washboard and some bumps along the way. One thing to know about this spot is that unlike Hot Creek Spring or our favorite spring of all time, Gandy Warm Springs, that have lukewarm water, the water here is really hot. And another unique thing about this springs is that you can camp here. There are fire rings and it is very dark out here, so you'll have great views of the night sky. Some other amenities that you will find here are vault toilets and barbecues. And there's also this interesting little sink here, but it is using the water from the springs, so I wouldn't advise using it to wash dishes, and I definitely would not drink it. If you do plan on camping here, please use the existing campsites and don't camp anywhere closer than 100 feet from the water. You will find 3 pools here. One of them is man-made and the other 2 are a little bit more naturally occurring, and you'll also find fish, and we think that these are goldfish. The man-made pool was built all the way back in the 1800s to allow visitors to soak in the healing mineral waters. It can fit around 6 people comfortably, or maybe a couple more if you are really good friends. This is where the water will be at its hottest, coming in at right around 105 degrees, so you may want to check it before you hop right in. From there it spills into pool number 2, and it will also cool off just a little bit. As a word of warning when visiting these springs, or any other springs for that matter, you don't want to dip your head below the water. We don't know if it exists in these springs or not, but some springs do have a deadly bacteria in them, and as terrifying as that sounds, the only way it can get into your body is through your nose. If you do get some of the hot spring water in your nose, be sure to rinse it out with sterile or distilled water. Luckily for us, our DJI cameras are waterproof, so we sent them underwater instead to check out the fish. We aren't exactly sure how these fish got introduced to the springs, but they were all pretty big and they all seemed quite healthy. I went out to the middle of the pool and it was only about waist deep. I would have gone a little bit further, but there is a very squishy sediment in the middle of the pool. Not only did it try to steal my shoes a couple of times, but it doesn't smell great, so I would stick to the outer banks. We still had quite a drive ahead of us, but that didn't stop us from stopping by to check out the third and final pool. If you are visiting on a hot day like we were, chances are this is probably where you're going to be spending most of your time. And also be sure to do us a favor if you are visiting these springs, or anywhere outdoors for that matter. Be sure to clean up after yourself and even others if you find some trash.
At least when we were visiting, the hot tub is hot. Otherwise it wouldn't be a hot tub. The pool closest to it was lukewarmish. And then the pool in the very back, which I'm in right now, perfect, especially on a hot day. This does not suck at all.
Not at all.
In fact, I'd argue it's quite pleasant.
While in all honesty, I would not say that this area is worth driving hours out of the way for. If you do find yourself out this way, these springs are definitely worth stopping by. And if hot springs are your thing, you may also want to check out our video about the hot springs up near Mammoth Lakes. There are some really cool ones out there. At this point in the video, it's time to say goodbye to the fish, the ducks, and the dragonflies and head off to our next adventure. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. If you have ideas for future videos, please feel free to let us know in the comments. And for all the information about these hot springs, as well as other awesome Nevada adventures, head on over to livethatadventure.com.